Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Brooke. I post new videos all the time. I would love it if you could hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications to get notified every single time I post a video. Now, this video is probably one of the most, if not the most, personal video that I've ever put out on my YouTube channel. I've been doing YouTube for like 7 years now, and this one is definitely one that not only did I like never think this day would come that I would be making this video, it always felt like something that like was just a fantasy, but I wasn't actually sure that I was like emotionally, physically ready to make this video. I consider this to be a very personal topic, and I know that it's something that has happened and it's been in my life, and I've shared it kind of with you guys. I did some vlogs and stuff about this, but I haven't really like published it out to the entire world yet. So if people who know me, you know, from college or from high school or whatever, like might not know that this was something that I did, and I'm okay with publishing it. I'm okay with sharing my experience with it because I think it's a very real thing that we go through, and that some people choose to do. And yeah, so basically by the title, you guessed it, this is going to be my nose job / rhinoplasty experience video. I feel like I'm finally like at that point that I'm like emotionally, physically ready to make this video. It's been about 6 months since my operation, a little bit more actually. Because I had my operation in December of 2016, December 15th, and now today is June 30th. So it's been a little over 6 months, I guess, and yeah, I feel like I needed to wait this long to see kind of the results kind of happening, because it takes a while for the results to kind of happen on your face and for your face to kind of adjust to it, and I think I'm finally ready to make this video, so that's why I'm doing it today. I know that I like don't have to give disclaimers. I know this is gonna be a really long video, by the way, so that's disclaimer number one. Disclaimer number two is if you are going to judge my decision or be harsh about it, like I would just prefer you to like click out of the video, because I'm making this video for other people who were in my situation or feel like they can relate to my situation, to kind of gain knowledge and insight about this, because I think it's a very real thing that a lot of us go through. So that's kind of why I'm making this video. Like I want you to feel comfortable watching this and be like, oh look, it's another real human being that's going through what I went through. I'm also making this video for the amount of people who have asked to see like before and after photos and stuff. This is kind of going to be like that all-encompassing video, and I'm going to take you through like the experience of just everything. So this is kind of like my guide. I can't believe I'm saying that, my guide to nose jobs. Oh my gosh, I hate myself. So we'll go ahead and get started kind of with my experience. I wrote a lot of notes. So first, I guess we'll start off with the why. I feel like that's a key point to start off. So ever since I was little, I'll insert some pictures here of before, probably mostly from like high school and stuff, high school, middle school. I mean, even when I was a kid, it was a thing that it was always on my mind. It always impacted me for some reason. I always just felt like my nose in relation to the rest of my face was the focus of my face. I had a large bump on my nose. Overall, the size of my nose was just like large in comparison to my other features. I don't really have that much of like bold features, so my nose always really stuck out. I just remember like being younger and like taking a photo, and I was such a skinny person. Oh my gosh, I was so tiny when I was younger, and I would like take the photo and it would be like a really great photo, and I'd be like, oh, but my nose sucks, like my nose looks so big. Even when I was younger, like it was just something that was always on my mind, and I always just genuinely disliked about my face. I felt like uncomfortable with my nose, and the thing is, like, everybody has insecurities. I know that for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, that's not the only thing I'm insecure about, but like that was like the focus of my insecurities. When it's on your face, it really impacts your day-to-day life. You're talking to people, or in my case, when I'm filming YouTube videos, I see it all the time. And not just because I'm always on camera and stuff, it's just something that impacted my day-to-day life. Like I would meet someone new and be like, oh, hope they didn't notice that huge bump on my nose. Like it was always in the background of my thoughts, which is genuinely definitely unhealthy, but it was there. It was a thing. And I guess another really important thing to note here is that I did not decide to do this because of other people's viewpoints or opinions. This is something that has always been in my mind ever since I was younger. I was like, I really like, this is something that I would like to change on my face when I get the opportunity to and the resources to, and when I get a little bit older. So yeah, like people would make comments about it, especially on YouTube. I got a lot of comments about my nose and stuff, but never to the point where it was like, that was why I did it. It was always something that I wanted to do and wanted to change when I like got old enough to. So I just want to put that out there. I wasn't like ever bullied or like really made fun of for it. I mean, people would make comments, but like that's like everything in life. People are always talking. But I do have all of my old YouTube videos up, and I mean, I just got this operation done 6 months ago, and I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, so you can definitely go back and reference old videos to see what my nose looked like if you want to get a better comparison of like before and after. But I personally think there's a huge difference. We'll get into that later though. So kind of we'll go into the choice now. So last summer I was in LA for a bit. I was there for like a month, and I remember having like a really serious phone call conversation with my mom about going through with the surgery and stuff, and it was always something that was mentioned. I remember like graduating high school and stuff, I was like, oh, I would love to get a nose job like before college, like that would be something that I would really like. And it was always like, I think you should wait till you're a little bit older, you're a little more mature, because there's like studies and stuff proven that not that I really know, because I'm honestly, like, looking back, I wish I got this surgery sooner because I just feel so different with it, but we'll get to that later. I would definitely like ask for it and stuff when I was younger, and my parents were always like, okay, you need to wait till you're older, you're still growing and like growing into your features and stuff. So I'm definitely like happy in that regard that I waited. I got the surgery when I was 19 because I just turned 20. So, oh my gosh, it's so weird to say out loud. Yeah, I called my mom, I was in LA, like we were just having like a normal talk, and then she actually brought up the idea. She's like, I know you've been asking for it forever, and I was thinking when you get home, we should really do it. Like I've gotten a bunch of referrals from friends of what doctor to go to, and I think that we should, you know, book a consultation and just see what he has to say. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. It's really nice and reassuring when someone like comes to you with it and recognizes something that you've been dealing with. So like that was really reassuring for me. And I know not everybody's in that position where their parents are like super supportive of their decision, and I'm really lucky in that regard, don't get me wrong. But if it's bothering you that much, like if something's like consuming so much of your life, I definitely think that the people who you love around you will notice and like help you out. So definitely shout out to you, mom. So we booked the consultation. I guess I'll tell you about my doctor, not that this is like a paid promotion by any means, but he's just really great. I really liked my experience using him. I went to Dr. Murata in Smithtown, New York. So we got a lot of referrals, a lot of people, friends of my mom's and stuff that have went to him. So we saw like physical results and we were like, oh, that's great. Seems like a great guy. So we went, and I felt really comfortable in the consultation. That's what I really liked. I think it's important to go to a doctor that obviously is really skilled at their profession, but this guy had a really great like sense of just like comfort and stuff and making me feel comfortable. He just made me feel good about my choice, and I think that that's really important. And he made it sound like all of the issues and concerns that I had about my nose could be fixed. He wasn't like doubtful. He had a very like strong sense of like positivity, which I really liked. We went into the consultation. I think you have to pay a little bit for a consultation, but it's really cool. You just get to like meet with like the office manager at first, and you take a bunch of photos of your nose. So I'm gonna try to insert those here too, but it's like photos from the side, photos from the front basically. And the guy that I went to, he didn't use like the 3D visual technique. Like he just went in and literally photoshopped my nose to see what it would look like. But I know some places use like the 3D image, and honestly, like it all is like the same thing. It just depends, like the imaging doesn't really matter as much as like the skill level of the doctor, I guess. So because I thought that was really important too. I was like, I want the 3D image, and he didn't do that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying, but like it turned out fine anyways. So just so you know, I really liked the way that it looked. And I actually he like came into the office, and I explained to him what I didn't like about my nose, and he explained to me what he thought could be fixed with my nose. So I was like, I don't like how big it is, I don't like the bump, and I don't like just how prominent it is on my face. And he was like, yeah, well, it actually looks larger because like up here at the top it's larger. Like he pointed issues that I didn't even know existed with my nose, like in the structure of it, because I just thought it looked big, but he was like, oh, it's actually like the top, like, you know, using all the medical terms. So we actually, since I'm a college student, it's kind of tough because I go to school away from home, and you need a long time to kind of like set in terms, not a long time, but like more than a week to set in terms of like recovery and going back and forth to the doctor. So the only time that really fit for me was December of 2016 to get the surgery, but I did my consultation in June, so I had to wait a while. But that's okay, like it was totally fine. And we came back, I remember I came back from school in November over like a break, and I had to do some blood tests and stuff just to like get approved for surgery, and then I was all good, and I went in. I got back from school literally that night, and then I went to surgery next day in the morning. You're not supposed to eat the morning of surgery, so I guess we'll go into the surgery portion now. I didn't eat the morning of surgery. I did a morning surgery though, so that was fine. I think it was at like 8 a.m. So we no, the surgery might have been like 9 or 10, but I had to like leave my house at 8, something like that. They told me to wear a zip up hoodie, I think like sweatpants or something, like comfortable bottoms. Obviously they don't have to touch the bottom half of you if they're operating on your face, but we did that. But you get there, you change into scrub. All of the doctors and stuff, the nurses really deal with you. The doctor doesn't see you until you're in the room, but everybody was so nice. My mom was a little nervous, so they calmed her down. The weird thing about plastic surgery is that you literally walk into the room. Like normal surgery, you know, you get on the bed and then they like wheel you into the surgery room. But like plastic surgery, you like walk into the surgery room, like walk in and you're like seeing everything. So it definitely like can be kind of scary and overwhelming in terms of like surgery, but try not to overthink it too much is my tip if you're getting any sort of plastic surgery, because I mean any sort of surgical environment like that is definitely scary, but just try not to overthink it. And then, you know, they put you to sleep, like they do the anesthesia. So I literally counted down, I think I got to like 8 or something and I was out. I don't really remember much from waking up. I did do some vlogs on my vlog channel if you want to go check those out. I'll link down below. I vlogged my surgery day and getting my cast removed. Those are probably the 2 most important ones. So I was like in the recovery room. I don't really know what I was saying. I think, oh, my throat really hurt. They have to put like a breathing tube down you, so I was sitting in the recovery room like, I need water, like just being so stupid because you're like out of it. So then I got in my car and went home, and like you just have to sleep propped up. That's the big thing. So I slept literally right here. We just propped up a bunch of pillows and put down some towels and stuff because for rhinoplasty, like when you get the surgery done, it's like blood drips through and stuff, which is completely like fluid and stuff. So they give you like drip pads and stuff. You'll learn all about that stuff if you get the surgery, but you know, the first day is definitely like the most aggressive in terms of like stuff. The surgery itself, by the way, I think it was like 4 hours. They say that they want to give you like 2 to 5 hour like of a range, and it depends like how long he actually takes to do it. So I think mine was about 4. I get a lot of questions about recovery, but I did do a lot of vlogs during my recovery as well. I would say the first few days are the most like tough, and then you just get used to it. The most annoying part about me was just the discomfort, because you have a cast on your nose, on the physical outside of your nose. It's more of like a bandage. It's not really a cast. It's definitely like hard to the touch, but it wraps around. I'll insert photos here. Snapchats to my friends. I was loving life. And an annoying part is the drip pad. So that's something that you change all the time. It looks like just like a gauze bandage, and you stick it right underneath your nose. And in the first few days, it's like filling up with blood and stuff really fast because everything in your nose is like, you know, I don't know, like things are moving around. So you have to change that. As you get towards the end of the week though, the drip pad like doesn't really have much fluid in it. I still used it for like comfort purposes. So I would say pretty standard for any nose job recovery is 7 days. At least that's what I've heard. I know some people can do it in 6, but I did it 7. So like got my surgery, and then day 1, I think we went back to the doctor the next day and he like removed some of the packing, I believe. Could be wrong. I was pretty much out of it. They give you like pain medication and stuff, and people are like, don't get addicted to the pain medication. I mean, yeah, like that's important to not get addicted to the pain medication. Definitely don't do that, but take it to be comfortable. Like, I remember sometimes I was just like, oh my gosh, I just like don't, like it doesn't hurt, it just feels weird. So, you know, take the medicine to be comfortable if it's gonna make you feel better. People ask me what I did for 7 days. I watched a lot of Netflix and YouTube. That's what I did. And a common stereotype of the nose job is the bruising underneath. It looks like you got punched in the face basically. So it does, not gonna lie, and I bruised pretty easily and it wasn't that bad. I'll insert some photos here, but basically day 1 there's no bruising. I think I slept all day. I don't think I was on my phone at all, so I don't think I took photos. But day 2, I would say the bruising starts kicking up because your body's like getting used to like that your nose was operated on. So it's like a purple blue bruising underneath your eyes. Basically that's where it is. I would say days 3 to 5 is like the peak bruising. Ideally, I would say don't leave your house, just because walking around and stuff could make you really lightheaded after surgery and stuff. So I like stayed in my house for 7 days. I think I went into like 1 store and I just didn't feel like comfortable walking around with a cast on my nose, but it's only 1 week. So if you can like do it over, I would recommend, if you guys are like looking into getting this done, like make sure that you can take off of work for a while, or like have your time to recover also, because I remember the day after I got my cast off too, I just felt like super lightheaded and I just wanted to sleep still, because your body gets used to like being in recovery mode. So take your time and take it slow with the recovery. Even though it's only a week, like you might need to drag it out a little more. But by day 6, I'm like getting antsy to get my cast off. I'm wearing my drip pad less, because it's like the cast and then the drip pad is like a separate instrument on your face. So I was like totally ready to get my cast removed. I was like, get this thing off of me. So we went, I put on makeup. Actually, I didn't wear makeup any of the week because I was like home, but I managed to cover my bruising pretty well. And actually the place that I got my nose job done did a video, like they brought in their video crew and like recorded me getting my cast removed. So I'll also link that down below because theirs is like more professionally edited and stuff and shows before and after photos. So day 7, they removed the packing. A lot of people ask what part of the nose job hurts. So I would say overall, up until this point, there's no pain. The pain is the removal of the stitches and the packing. And it's not pain, it's just like almost like a burning discomfort, because it's like, imagine having something like in your body and then removing it, you know, like your body gets used to having like stuff up your nose. So then when you like rip it out and remove it, it's like, it feels like it's burning for like literally 2 seconds. It doesn't hurt. I'm a baby when it comes to pain, and it did not hurt. So they took out the packing, which is like, it looks almost like paper towels, I guess. And they removed some of the stitches. Some of the stitches are dissolvable. I have an incision here on the bottom of my nose that's still healing 6 months away, but like it's easily coverable with makeup. They actually went in from the side. So I had an incision here. That ended up going away really soon, and like a lot of the stitches just dissolved super easy, so that was good. Like the cast off, like it didn't hurt, and it was like really weird like looking at my new nose and stuff. I mean, you can watch the videos of my reaction. I was like in shock, and a lot of people think that like you get your cast off and that's how the way your nose looks, but you'll totally see in that video like that is not how my nose looks at all compared to now. It was still super swollen. It was swollen, I want to say it was like 50 or 70, like a crazy percentage. So it dramatically went down. So like even a week later it went down, all the way to a month later. So after I got my nose job, I went like pretty much 2 weeks later, I went to Europe to study abroad, and I could just tell over the time in my Europe, my nose swelling was significantly decreasing. And I guess like in the tip is where my doctor was like, it's still a little bit swollen, like 10% swollen. I was like, that's crazy, because technically the full recovery of a nose job is 1 year, but like I would say most of your results are shown within 2 months. But it's kind of cool to like watch your nose transform. Like it's really cool, because when I got my cast off, I was super happy, but then like seeing the results progress and like taking photos in Europe and being like, oh my god, that's my nose, like that was the coolest part for me. I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about post-surgery, just kind of like what the surgery did for me overall. I genuinely can say that I feel so confident taking photos and stuff now. Like I take a photo, I'm like, oh my gosh, my face looks good. Like I look good there. And to some people, you know, they have those feelings all the time, and it was rare for me to have those feelings in the past. Like I would still, you know, take the selfies and stuff, but I would always edit my nose or be like, oh, I don't like the way this looks. But now I take a photo of my face and there's really not much that I feel like I have to fix. I'm definitely not at my peak like body confidence level yet, but that's just like with weight and everything else. But overall, like I feel good. I feel confident taking photos. I like being on camera. I'm very happy with my results. Honestly, like I said, I think I mentioned it before, but I wish I would have gotten it earlier in my life, just for the sake of confidence reasons, because I think it really could have boosted my confidence in high school and stuff like that. But at the same time, my body was still growing and changing then, so I am really happy that I got it when I got it, and I now have like the rest of my life to live with my new nose, my new face, whatever you want to call it, and living better. That's why I got a nose job, essentially to feel better about myself and boost my confidence, and I don't regret it for 1 minute. And I don't, the thing that's really, I don't want to make this video for is the amount of people that came to me afterwards and said, oh my gosh, your nose looks so good, you make me want to get a nose job. If you weren't considering it before seeing my transformation, I don't think it's for you. I think it's really, no, I wouldn't recommend it in that case. But if you're someone like me and you've struggled with an insecurity your whole life, whatever it may be, it may not be your nose, I think that's when you should consider it. And I'm not a doctor or psychologist, so I can't really recommend you to make these choices. This is a major life-altering decision. It's very expensive. I don't really want to talk costs in the video. I know a lot of people are going to ask the cost, but it's very easy to research the cost. Like I just don't want to talk about it in this video because I don't feel comfortable doing that. Is a major life-altering decision, and I don't want people to think of it like casually, like, oh, like I could use a nose job. Like if it's not something that you've struggled with, and you know, it's almost insulting to say that to someone, to be like, wow, you make me want to get a nose job. Like it's almost insulting for me to hear that, because I have struggled with this my entire life, and it's something that I've been like working myself up towards getting this and waiting for it. And for people to just like say it so casually and be like, oh, like you look so good, I should get one. Like you don't know. But if you are someone watching this and you're like, Brooke, I feel you, like I've been there, feeling like low about your body, feeling low about being in photos and stuff because of a feature on your face or your body, and it's something that is fixable and it's in your budget to do, like I think it should be considered. So not necessarily for vanity, but overall for myself, I'm glad that I did this. And I guess I'll insert some before and after photos here. So I see a huge difference. I know I've gotten some comments like her nose looks the same, but maybe you're not seeing it in person, because if you see it in person, it looks very, very different. The size overall is significantly smaller. The top of my nose, I see a huge difference. There's really no bump. It has like a perfect slope, which is what I wanted. It really is my ideal nose, but it also fits my face well. So I think that's really important to consider too. You can't really go to the doctor and show them a photo of a nose you want, because it probably won't fit on your face properly. So just keep that in mind too. And that's my experience. I want to start a conversation in the comments below and respond to as many of you guys as I can. Or if you don't feel comfortable on here, I do have a Tumblr account where you can submit your questions anonymously. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't want this to be perceived as me recommending it once again or seeming snooty that I got this. I am so incredibly like blessed and grateful for the opportunity to make this huge life decision and to have my parents stand by my side. Like I think that alone shows how lucky I am. So definitely thankful for that. This year has been a year of a lot of changes for me. Like I've done a lot of traveling, obviously my major life change on my face, and I think everything is just like, it's good. Like everything is good. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Helps me out, supports my channel. And if you want to watch another video, I'll link a vlog style video here and a regular video here, and you can subscribe clicking my face right there. I'll talk to you guys on my next video. Bye.